Summertime, if you want just a bit of fresh air in here, you can obviously just run the fan alone. So that's no heating, that's just running off the fan itself. And then we've got 1 kilowatts, 2 kilowatts, or 3 kilowatts for your electric power.
Right. Okay, that's good.
So again, that's just the more power you send into it, the faster everything will heat up
so
for you.
16 you can go up to here, and 12 we need to be.
Yeah, we'll see how you get on. Some sites are all different, but if you are tripping constantly on the post, the biggest power output in these vans are your heating systems. So perhaps just knock it down a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So far so good.
Fantastic.
That's the bloke.
Yeah. So that's the one out the sink.
Yeah.
What should we do next? So your front bed.
Yeah, it's unlikely to be used.
I'm glad you said that because it's the most silliest bed. So all it is the bottom bit here pulls out. You turn the front seat around, which I'll show you afterwards, and then there's a big grey cushion which you see there, and the grey cushion simply sits on there and makes up your one single bed across there.
Right.
But it is
In emergency.
it's a very small bed. I certainly wouldn't be able to sleep in it, put it that way. It's a wee bit small for me, but you've got it there as an option, so if you did ever want to use that facility.
Right. Okay, lovely.
So, I'll do your fridge next.
Yes, fridge. Do you want to come with this side then?
So, I can do it from here. I can do it from here, yeah, that's perfectly fine. So, for your fridge, these is for your power select. For your heating system as well, it will silence itself once it's finished. It never instantly switches off.
Right,
so your fan will go quiet in a minute. Okay. So power select on this side, all the way up to the top is off. First click down to the plug is your mains electric. Next one down to the battery symbol is for when you're driving down the road. So that's telling the fridge that you want to run off that vehicle battery.
Oh.
So when you're driving down the road, that will power up your fridge for you. And then the very bottom one is for your gas. Now, to light your gas for your fridge, it's very simple. This side is your thermostat, but it's also for your gas. All you do to light the gas is simply hold it in and then hold your sparker down here. And then if you notice, you see the little symbol on the end there, the little green gauge.
Yeah.
Now that little orange bit should be going up into the green there.
It is, yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
So if I let my finger off that, and off that, it should stay in the green.
Stay in the green.
That's it. And that's your gas lit for your fridge. It's as easy as that.
Okay.
So on gas and electric, your fridge is working at its full potential. On the vehicle battery, it only holds the temperature. So you're perfectly fine to run with items in your fridge, but all it is run your fridge on either gas or electric first, get it nice and cold, and then just before you set off, obviously all you do is hop out the seat, come round here, click it to vehicle battery, and then that will run constantly when you're driving down the road. But the vehicle battery only holds the temperature as such.
Okay.
And then obviously, as you've already seen on the inside of your fridge, someone's left your clip out, what the clip's for down there is that the door will always stay open. So when you're leaving it for any period of time, you can keep that door open so it lets the air circulate around.
Right.
All that is that little lovely catch here, and all you do to close it is push it in and slide it back.
Push it in and slide it back, and then it should raise properly.
They are normally really stiff because they're not used very often. There you go. And then to get it back out, all you do is push it in and slide it out.
Okay.
And then obviously the other way on the way back. Just push it in. And now you'll see your door will close all the way.
All right, perfect.
Thanks.
Okay. And then obviously you have got your freezer box in the top there as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got your
For the
freezer.
ice cubes for the gin and tonic.
There you go. Perfect. Okay.
And what about the settings there?
Yeah, so this is your thermostat for it. So obviously all the way up this side's the coldest.
Whether it's electric or gas.
Yeah, electric or gas. It works exactly the same. Just your
Press
thermostat.
that button, and then the gas will go on. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Now, so storage as such, you've just got various cupboards all above your head. They are all little catches underneath, so you do need to pull the catches, and then just make sure when you're pushing back down they are closed, because don't forget you'll be driving down the road in this. Believe me, you'll only do it once. If you leave a cupboard open, you go round the corner, everything that's in there will all come piling back out.
Yeah, so for plates and things like that, you're just going to get some racks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't recommend taking your fine china away with you. We do have a lovely range of plates and cups and things in our shop
sort of
here.
plasticky.
So so they do still look reasonably
So they look
nice.
reasonably nice.
So obviously for your kitchen, You've got your little drawers down there. Now there is a couple of gas shut-off valves in here, also in the one underneath where your boiler is. But our main advice, if you ever smell gas, is really to just switch your bottle off. Them shut-off valves are more there if an engineer ever wanted to remove your fridge or your cooker or anything.
Right, okay.
So you'll see there's some on that side and then some on this other side. They are all individually labelled up on the front. But as I say, if you ever smell gas, I'll just switch your bottle off, really.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is the one outside.
Yeah, and then you've obviously got a lovely little drawer just underneath your cooker there as well for you.
Oh, yes, for cutlery and...
Yeah, the other little bits and bobs.
Yeah.
So, cooker on the top.
Yeah.
You have got a lovely 12-volt igniter on here. And then
That's
all
nice.
your gas are just down on that side. So let me squeeze over,
Yeah.
because if I put my arm over there, I'm going to burn my arm. So it's just as easy as turn, hold, and ignite. So
Right.
1,
Same as at
Two.
home, yeah.
yeah, exactly the same.
Lovely.
2, 3.
Okay.
Switch your gas on. Now, obviously, again, I've pulled this through, so when you initially switch your gas on, it's always an idea to pull the gas through one of your rings first, because it's the fastest way of getting gas into the van. And obviously, once you've got gas to here, you know
Right,
then
got it.
things like your water boiler and your fridge, and that will light a lot easier on gas. And then, obviously, below us, got your grill pan here, and then your grill is just turn to the right, hold, and ignite. That's for your grill.
Okay.
And then obviously for your oven is just round to the left and hold and ignite, and you'll notice that will lit up the gas in the back for you for the oven.
Lovely.
Okay.
Lovely. Yeah. There's no microwave, is there? In the
No microwave, I'm afraid. And then obviously it's just your wardrobe on the end there. Now you have got your huge aerial, so that's your onboard aerial as such. So all it is to operate it is just simply undo it here, and then you can push her up in the air now. He says.
Might be 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the 2. So you have to undo the 2 of them. So it's the one at the top,
On the top.
and the one on here.
Yeah.
And then obviously then you can push it all the way up as far as you want to need to go with it.
Lock it in, turn it.
Yeah, and then obviously just tighten it up once you've got it in place. And then what the bottom one here is, if you notice when I turn this, you see it's turning from the green into the red.
Yeah,
So what that's doing is sending it from it sitting horizontal,
Yeah.
and it's turning it vertical.
yeah.
But the best advice of these, when you get to a site, have a look at where everyone else has got theirs pointing and try and copy theirs.
Yeah.
Because believe me, you will spend hours tweaking that to try and get yourself a TV signal. Or ask the people on site what direction to point it in. The other thing is, make sure before you even remotely think about putting it down, is to wind it all the way back into the green so it won't go anymore. And then you know that when you're bringing it down that it's sitting flat on the roof. And then just simply pull it all the way down until it's sitting flat again.
Lovely.
Okay, and then obviously just only has to be.
This is wrecking the place.
My turn this time.
It's wrecking it.
And obviously just watch out, because you can pull out the bar for your wardrobe. There we go.
Lovely.
Okay.
That's that sorted, yeah.
So what should I squeeze into next? Should I squeeze into the bathroom?
Squeeze into the bathroom.
So
Right, you coming round her?
in your lovely bathroom. Electric flush on top of your toilet. So all you simply need to do is just hold that down and your toilet will flush for you.
That's simple.
As easy as that. Obviously your toilet seat does move, so you don't have to chop your knees off to go to the loo. So you can turn it round. The other thing is the gate for the toilet is just down the side there, and if you notice that opens up the bit of the toilet so you can obviously drop through, use the toilet as such, flush it. Once you're finished, you just simply close it back across, and if you look now, that's closed off into the cassette below.
What's that for?
So that's what's
Open
open
it
and
when you
closing.
want to use it, you open it, rather like being on the ship, on the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
You open it, and then once you've flushed and
Right.
everything, close it.
Right.
So you don't think no smells go
Yeah,
through.
that's it.
Okay.
Absolutely perfect. Perfect. The other thing as well, you'll notice the fans go in. All the fans doing is drawing air out from underneath where that cassette is, so it keeps the smell down as such. The little green LED light's just letting us know that's in operation. The one above it here will light up to let you know when it's your turn to empty the cassette.
Okay.
Because it's always our turn to empty the
Yes,
cassette.
Of course
I
it is.
understand that.
It's a man's
I
job.
have been told that.
Yeah, you'll get used to that. So for your shower, mixer tap on your shower, as well as your mixer tap for your sink as well. My only advice for the showers is just remember you have only got 10 litres of hot water.
Yeah.
But if you imagine them, that's 10 litres of just hot water. That's why they're all mixer taps, because you imagine you'll use some of the cold as well. But
Right.
with only 10 litres, you don't get the longest shower as such. But you'll figure that out the more you're in
No,
it.
well, being out, you know, we've done a bit of yachting, and it's very much wet yourself, then soap yourself, then rinse yourself off.
Yeah, well, it's very
Only way to
similar,
use it.
very similar to that.
Yeah, it
that.
is, yeah,
So
exactly the same.
yeah,
Mm.
you'll find that out though,
Yeah,
as you go.
Okay.
So hatches or light switches, started as it is your light switches here for your bathroom.
Oh, okay.
I switched that on and off, I couldn't see a light going
I
on.
know, I did the same when I was setting up, and then I twigged and thought, oh, hang on, I bet it's the bathroom. So obviously watch that. If you upset the wife, you'll be sitting on the toilet in the dark.
Alright.
Okay, hatches. I don't know if we can squeeze in here and show you
Yeah,
this
I
one.
can see from here.
Can you see from here?
Yeah, I can
So
get
all
that.
you do to open it is just pull it back slightly and down, and then just squeeze the handles and push her up in the air.
Lovely.
So it's as easy as that for your ventage.
Yeah.
The one in the very back is exactly the same as this one.
Yeah.
So the one behind you is the same as that. The only difference on that one is you've got your fly screen and your blackout blinds.
Right.
Obviously the other one's got the fly screen built in already, where this one you've just got your blackout blind on it, so obviously you're not being stared in your face when you're in bed at night.
Right, yeah. That's good. That's good. Nice one.
So obviously your beds, I've just got them up at the minute. I've just got them pinned up here, and if you notice there's a popper on the back of that one which pins it up. I would, if you're ever putting them up, do make sure you fix them up, because they are very heavy and they come down very quickly. So just be careful when you're pulling them back down.
So sorry. Oh, I see. That goes.
Yeah,
in
that goes in there. I'll just clip this one on for now.
Yeah. Okay. No, I've got
Clip
that.
the front one.
I've got that.
And obviously your bed, all you simply do is drop it back down, but then obviously pop this back in as well, so it gives you the full support across the bed as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously I'll leave that out for now.
Yeah.
There was a mattress topper in here, so I've just left it in here.
Okay. And that's that.
That's the extra cushion for that bed. Obviously, if you're not going to use it, I'd probably take that out and keep it in your garage or something. There's no point carrying
It's a waste
unless-
of space.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it's wasted space for you. So, moving on down, running out of things to show you. TV points.
So what's that for?
They're just,
Want to tie on your
yes, yeah. So if you want to put anything in here and you want to strap it down to something there, I can't think of the word. I'll think of the word in a minute. Can't think
Your
of
fixing point.
Yeah, fixing points. So TV points, you've got the one underneath the side there, but obviously the customers added this TV point here as well.
Yeah.
And then the other one is just underneath the back here in your bedroom area. So
Oh, yeah,
it's
there's
here,
one there.
and there's
Oh,
your
yeah,
other TV
okay.
point there.
And the back bracket for the TV.
Yeah, so you've got a couple of different places you could put a TV
Oh,
if
we could
you're.
have a his and a hers television.
You could.
God,
Yeah.
just like at home.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, my dad still has to watch what my mum's watching. That's it. There's no choices. So obviously your front one again, fly screen and your blackout blinds. And for this hatch, all it is just simply push it down and slide the rail back. It's as easy as that. And obviously you can stagger it. You don't have to have it so wide. You can pop it up into them ports. That pulls back. Oh, extractor fan. I missed that one.
Good.
So all this is the lid turns. You can see the lid lifting through it.
Yeah.
And then it's just as simple as on in the middle. And then whichever side the lights are on is the direction it's going. So it's on the extract at the minute. I press it again a few times. So it lights up more, faster it goes. Slow it down is the other side.
Alright.
And also to change direction, if you keep pressing the other side, and then it will change direction.
To bring air
And
in.
obviously now we're blowing in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, got that.
And they're really good in the summer. If you've been out for the day, come in, put that fan on, blow, and it will literally just freshen up all the air inside here for you. Main thing with these ones is just remember when you finish to lower that back down. Because I pass hundreds of people on the road, but they've still got the lid up. And obviously if the wind catches it when you're
it.
driving
Oh, yeah,
down the road,
good
it won't be there when you get
Okay,
here.
good point. Good point.
TV, we're still at a TV, sorry, table.
Oh, sorry. Move that.
It's alright, I wanted to figure out where that other table goes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because that obviously lifts out as well.
Oh, yes.
Yes, there's your brackets. So yes, it does. It adds on to the end of that table. So if you see there's the metal bits on there, you can turn them out. It slots into this table, so here can be a longer table area for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got that.
I thought it was, but I thought if I take it out, I can double check it. And then obviously all you do is just get it back in, just drop it down, all the way to the bottom, and then just simply do it back up again.
Sit up.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I take it there is bolts.
Yeah, there are bolts, yeah.
Yeah, so you can lock it into place as well.
Yeah.
The only reason you'd lock it into place is obviously so it's not moving around in transit when you're going down the road. And then really all I've got left is the cab. As such, I'm going to show you a seat turning round just so you know that.
What's that?
Oh wow, another aerial point. The guy, whoever must have had it previously, must have been absolutely TV mad. Because I've never seen 3 TV points. Well, that's 4 now. There's 4 TV points in one little van.
That's
One's
fantastic.
ordinary. One's
Satellite, that one is.
aerial. And that's not a satellite aerial, is it?
No, no,
He's
that's
probably
just
had a
TV.
satellite on it.
He may have done, yeah.
And that's what he's
Some
done
people
now.
have additional ones.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Oh.
Satellite TV.
Come.
Right, I'll show you your seats. They're both exactly the same. The main thing with turning them around is making sure you've got the seat in the right position as such. So,
we can
if I go
move
to turn this one now, all it is a lever on the side, round, or maybe lucky. Oh, it's in the right place. And then obviously you can turn it round.
Okay.
This one exactly the same. You may find with this because of the wall there, you may just have to adjust it forwards, backwards, maybe adjust the back bit so you can get it to spin round freely.
Which lever is it again?
So it's just this one at the side there, that one there. But they will only lock in back in the driving position, so they don't lock as such when they're here. They will only ever lock up when they're in the driving position. As for the cab, it is just your standard vehicle controls in there. So it is just the standard. There isn't really much too exciting to show you in here. Obviously you have got cruise control as well on there. Your manuals, which is the blue book there,
Yeah.
that's all your vehicle manuals, so your service book and everything,
Oh,
as
lovely.
well as all your manuals for all the living quarters.
Okay,
So
great.
everything in the back of
Everything
the
there
back
if
of the
we need
living
it.
quarters as
That's
well.
Lovely.
And obviously your camera will just come on automatically when you start up, and then obviously, as I say, when you put it into reverse, it will automatically go to that look down view. But when you're just driving along, it'll be
And
the
that's-
upper one.
That's the camera as well as your rear view mirror.
Well,
Yeah.
you haven't got a rear view.
You have,
mirror.
yeah, because you won't see anything through your rear view mirror. It's just the screen. It's attached to the mirror behind it, but obviously mirrors aren't really much good in this because, as you say, you're staring at the back of a van.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's about it from me, really. Unless you've got any other questions.
What's that?
I know that's a manual override for your alarm system on the vehicle. Obviously, you've got the fob on the keys, which is for your alarm on and off, but that's just like a manual override of it. So if you've ever lost your fob or it's flat, you can put the code in. But as I say, all the details will
Details are
be
in
in
that.
your pack for that.
So,
Okay. And
what's
this,
that one for?
That one's for your door lock. That's for your additional door lock.
Additional
Oh,
door
that's
lock.
it.
And then what it is that's your door lock.
Yeah.
That's for your cupboards.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
These cupboards inside.
Yeah. So that one does your door and that does your cupboards. You know, like the battery one on the back, and other bits and bobs.
Oh,
That's
I
what that
see,
key
yeah,
is.
yeah.
And then all it is you've just got another set of them there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then that's obviously for your alarm
Yeah.
system for it. That relates to the number pad, but obviously you can just use that for now, so you don't have to worry about the
And
keypad.
we'll know the number.
It'll be in the,
It,
it'll be in the
hopefully it's
manual.
in the manual.
Yeah.
As I say, we source out the servicing and everything of it. Pete's put his details up there, so that's when it next needs a service, mileage and the date of it. Any vehicle problems, obviously you can speak to us initially,
Yeah.
but if you do want any vehicle work as such, it's Pete Robinson that does all our, if you imagine from the engine,
Yeah.
but everything from here back we do in-house
Right.
here.
Okay. And we can ring him direct if we need him. To,
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you need him
if
for
we
any
need
other
him.
reason. And then obviously you have got blinds across the front windows as well, so you know obviously you can close all the light
Close all
out.
the
You don't have to
lights
have
out,
any
yeah.
any lights in it
Yeah.
as such.
Yeah.
So all they do is they squeeze. You have to put your finger in the two of them, squeeze it, and then you can pull it across towards you.
Oh, that's
That's it. And you do have to be quite gentle with them.
Yeah.
And then obviously it does exactly the same on this side. You have to sort of move your mirror and that just so you can get behind them. And then obviously you can close it off. Exactly the same for your side ones as well. And then they should just clip back in. That's it.
Lovely.
Okay.
This one come down? What's here?
No, that's just the rail
Oh, it's the
that
rail.
it slides in across the side.
Yeah.
You got some, oh yeah, some visors, yeah.
Got a mirror in there, Liz. Oh, that's no good.
Oh no!
Mirror!
But you have got the little cubby hole in the top there,
Oh.
as well as the one lower down as well.
Oh yeah, lots of little cubby holes there.
Yeah, you got plenty of things you can play around with.
Yeah.
And your coffee can sit in there and.
Oh, yeah,
there
it's
you
not
go.
hot.
That's for the coffee heater. And that's
Perfect.
what's this on now?
That's just locking the cab.
Locking the
So lock and unlock
oh,
for
when
your doors.
when we're in here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's just for your cab doors.
Cab
though.
doors,
Your living quarters door separate. You lock and unlock.
Oh,
that
we'll
one.
have to
All
unlock
this
and lock
does is
those.
unlock and lock the cab as such.
Okay.
Oh right, okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's your immobiliser. It lets you know when your immobiliser's on. So if you're ever turning it and nothing's happening, if the red light's on there, you know that
The
you've.
immobiliser is that.
Just press the fob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock it off. Well, that's about it. Unless you've got any other questions.
That seems fine to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. What
Oh,
I'll do.
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Knocking you about there.
Hit you on the head.
There is a slight bit of paperwork. It's nothing
Yeah.
too taxing. I was going to say you can knock that off now.
Yeah.
Unless you want to record it.